Well, hi.
Well, hello there. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's good to see you again. As always, I love coming up here.
Yes.
Up to the mountains.
And thank you. As you saw, we're back.
We're back.
We're back. Fabulous. Ugh.
It's good to be back.
It is. It's nice.
I like
it's very fun. But yeah, no, I don't know. It's a new year, new us.
Well, that's what everybody says every year.
Really.
Did you make resolutions?
No.
Not one.
I
didn't even think about it.
I saw some stupid thing on Facebook too. They're like, "Don't make resolutions, make commitments." I'm like, really? Fuck off.
It's the same thing.
No.
Just because you call it something different doesn't make it easier to do.
On.
If you want to stop it, you don't have to have that. Now, a lot of people do it and they make commitments or whatever. You know, they make resolutions and they do it.
Yes.
But most people do not.
Most people do not. I mean, I'm okay, like, during Lent, giving
You'll
up,
give something up?
like, chocolate or something like that. I mean...
I had no idea you were so religious.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, that's really easy for me to do because I don't eat a lot of chocolate.
Or that's like me saying, I'll give up seafood for Lent.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I won't eat seafood because it's disgusting.
Well, I mean, even when growing up Catholic, I don't remember a lot of times during Lent actually getting, like, oh, I'm going to give up. I'm pretty sure I gave up going to church during Lent. I mean, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we never... Okay, so when I was younger, we did Lent because we were Catholic. But then, by the time I was like 8, or maybe even... Well, right around there anyways, we weren't Catholic anymore. My mom had converted to something else, and so there wasn't like Lent.
Oh, right.
I mean,
well,
it was there. It was the period between Easter and Good Friday. But... Oh, no.
But it's
Easter and Ash Wednesday.
Right.
Mardi Gras.
Yes, exactly. And then it's Mardi Gras, then Ash Wednesday.
Right.
Yes. As you wipe the demons away from your night. Before.
What is it, like a cross, or what do they do? Like
cross,
some, yeah.
It's a cross. But yeah, no, I don't
do
remember.
that.
So I mean, even for New Year's, I mean, there's been 1,000 times I'm like, oh, I'm gonna work out more this year. Oh, I'm gonna diet more. Oh, I'm not gonna drink.
Oh, I have never said those words. Cheers to that.
Cheers
Come
to
on.
that. So,
Never.
I mean, I never. I always say, oh, I shouldn't.
Well, you're supposed to feign it, like, oh no, I shouldn't at all.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a double tall, thanks.
Be like, oh, I shouldn't have that. I'm the driver, but
it's early and we're gonna be here for like 4 hours, so I'm good.
So I'm good. Yeah.
I can have like 4 drinks between now and then, feel pretty, and then have an hour to sober up.
Yes, I do not condone drinking and
driving. Do not drink and drive. I'm kidding.
I'm joking as well. That's horrible. You've seen me on my driving nights when I'm the one drinking Coke.
Yeah, you're miserable.
I'm miserable. I hate it.
Can I have a sip?
I'm like, oh my God, give me a sip. I'm like, one sip won't hurt. Let's go do shots. One shot won't hurt. So, and then
And then those are the nights that we call cabs.
Yes, exactly.
Or we stay downtown with somebody we know.
A few Diet Cokes later, and I'm just like wired, like let's go. Where are we going? But it's good. Basically, I don't condone that. That's very bad, very bad. And I don't make resolutions. I don't.
Nah. If you want to make a change, you'll make it when you want to make it. You don't need to have that deadline.
Yeah, you don't have to have like. I had the deadline of like, oh my God, I'm gonna turn 40. I gotta start doing this, and that.
I want to do so much more with my life. I thought it'd be so much further.
I mean, I'm turning 21. I'm turning 29 this year. 29.
Wow, you're almost to 30.
Like, I have so much stuff to do before I'm 30.
You're just a baby.
It's like, I gotta get my 30-year-old bucket list back out.
Whatever.
I'd be like, okay, what didn't I do?
I'm working on my 50-year bucket list because I'll be 42 this year. I just keep marching older. It's terrible. What are you going to do? It's better than the alternative.
This is true.
Much better than the alternative.
Very true. But yeah, I mean, I did see some people like bitching about the gym, and I know that's a huge, huge thing. Is everybody goes to the gym like in the first 2 weeks of... Right.
And they buy memberships that they're locked into for a year or 2 years, and
it's like, oh, here we are. I'm at the gym. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Well, our resolution was to actually like get back together and do this. I mean, that was it. Like we got to get back.
And that's true.
We do.
So we did it.
We did.
All right.
Yay.
Good job for us.
So we've done it in the first 2 weeks, and now we'll see how it lasts.
It'll be fine, except for the snow.
Yes. Except
You know, but we could do it on Google Hangout. We've done that
That's true.
before.
We have
That
done
would be
before.
fun.
That's fun. And then we could actually like invite some more people.
Yeah, we should do that sometime.
To hang out. And
That's
that would
another
be
thing I
fun.
need to text you.
Mm-hmm.
That'll probably never happen.
Definitely. That would be so much fun to do.
It would be fun. It would be fun.
But
We'll stream it live on our YouTube channel.
YouTube's. Well, I need a quick little break because my water's about to break.
Okay.
But when we come back, we're going to talk about is gay the new boring? And we've got
I definitely do want to talk about that.
We've got some big thoughts on that one. So,
Absolutely.
okay, we'll be right back.
Bye. And we're back.
And we're back.
It's good to be back. So before we went to break, we said we were going to talk about...
like, is gay the new boring? Well, now, okay, so this is the thing. Like, we kind of had an off-camera conversation about, like, Facebook, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. Like, so does it mean that that's become acceptable? Then all the old people come in and blah. So we'll go on to the next. But, so there was an article written in one of our gay rags here in town, and it was entitled, like, is gay the new boring? I don't know. I mean, some of the points that the article made was, like, gay is everywhere. You know, it's in PTA, it's in the Boy Scouts, it's in this.
Political office, they're getting elected.
They adopt, give birth, get married, gays get elected.
And it's becoming one big snooze fest, is what it says.
Oh, is that what it says? And it's turning into one big snooze fest. Thank you, teleprompter.
We have a teleprompter.
Whoops.
But seriously...
I forget I'm supposed to read from the teleprompter now. Oh, well.
Well, that's the whole thing, though. Okay, so when people used to come out, it was a big deal. But now it happens every day. And that's what takes it to make it acceptable to the next generation. You know, they're just used to it. When I was little... Okay, if I sound terrible, I apologize. However, when I was little... all gay people were child molesters.
They were gay dinosaurs.
And like, it was a big deal when, like, interracial couples were married. You know, that was still a big deal. And now, is that a big deal? No. And, you know, so will gay couples be in, like, 5-10 years from now. You know, it's not a big deal.
Maybe a little.
And that's the whole point. But I mean, if you want to be shocking and you want to be, like, doing the next greatest thing, then do that. You know, but there's nothing wrong with being gay and having a house in the suburbs or having kids or being elected to office. I think that's what we wanted all this time, and now we have it.
And now
how is that boring?
So why is
now
that
we're
boring?
just like everybody else.
I mean, it's fine. Like,
and that's the best compliment we could give ourselves.
Well, it is, and because we've always been there. Gays have always been there.
Absolutely.
Like, so if it's a snooze fest now, it's been a snooze fest since I came out.
No, because it wasn't nearly as accepted as it is now. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Not nearly as accepted as I mean, it's everywhere. How many TV shows last season came out with gay lead characters?
Oh, God.
You know,
it almost seems like everything.
You know, it's like, it's too much for me, and I'm gay. I mean, are you kidding me? Really?
Oh, no, it kind of seems like every...
If I want to watch that much gay, I'll watch a logo. Right. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But it seems like every TV show every once in a while... It's like there's the gay character, or the gay character is on the first episode and then never shows up again. So
right. Oh,
but
that doesn't really happen all that much.
And there's a few TV shows.
I mean, I remember when the shows were groundbreaking when that happened. Like, remember on Roseanne when she kissed a girl?
Oh yeah.
Or on Will and Grace. I mean, that was such a big deal. And
Huge deal.
He was gay, and he was the lead in a TV sitcom. It was shocking. Like kids today don't get that. And when I say kids, I mean people probably, like 28 to 25 and younger. I mean, they don't even get it, how shocking that was.
The millennials, I think is what they call them.
Which my kids are. Like, they don't even get it because they're just, like, inundated by it. I'm inundated by it. I get it. We're equal. We don't have to be everywhere, you know.
But I mean, does it... So, I mean, if you're saying gay is the new boring, then... So we're actually comparing our lives to straight people's lives, because we always said that. Oh yeah, go get the.
Sorry.
Hi, thank you.
Hi, I'm back.
Hi, thanks for coming in. But I mean, we always. It's like, oh, because straight people, it was like, oh, your life must be so boring because, oh, you're home with your children and you're doing this and you're doing that. Well, so that's one stereotype that has just like been shot down for gay people. No, we're not at the club every goddamn night, dancing and doing whatever, doing drugs. Well, okay, so
not every night.
Not every night. We have good babysitters. You know?
Or they're old enough.
They're old enough to stay home by themselves. Straight people just don't know how to do it right.
Oh my goodness.
But I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, why?
I think that's what we wanted. I'm sorry. I think it is great
weird
that we're so accepted, you know, and like it's almost a non-issue. But okay, so every gay man knows who Uncle George is, George Sakai on Facebook and on Twitter and whatever else he's on. But like he was talking about that and how big a deal it really is to kids that are being bullied because they're effeminate or they're like gay, and you know how big a deal it is to hear when people come out. Even though we're inundated by it, it gives kids like that hope, you know, because they're not alone.
Let me just counteract that. Like, I do believe that. I do actually feel that, you know, a lot of people do see. That's why I don't actually think it is the new boring, because we have a new gay story every day. Like, if it was boring, they're not going to talk about it.
Right.
And yes, we've got children killing themselves because they're gay and the society won't accept them. So where really is like the whole like societal acceptance? I mean, I think it's there. I just don't understand.
I think it's out there in urban areas, you know, but if you go and okay, so my partner and I lived in a small town in Kansas for 3 years when my kids first came to live with us. And we had the most liberal friends.
Yeah.
They were, I say that, they were Republicans.
Yeah.
But they loved us. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm kind of like, there's an in-between. Not all Republicans are bad. Not all Democrats are good. You know, like, I'm not going to get into politics
but
again.
But I mean, it also makes me wonder, don't get into politics.
I won't.
Not this.
But we're still talking about that. Like, but this is what we wanted, was to be normal. It is what we
wanted. But what I also wonder is if, like, the writer of this article, well, have they done everything possible in their life that maybe they've done all this stuff? Maybe they've adopted, you know, whether it be a dog, kids,
right?
Whatever. They got married. You know, oh, this state has marriage. Well, let's go get married there.
Now ours
does. You know, it's like, now, did you, you know, maybe like you do drag or you're transgender? You know, well, maybe that's, you know, maybe the person who wrote this article just feels like there's nothing else.
They needed the controversy
going on and needed the controversy. I mean, yeah, exactly, needed the controversy. Like they fueled, like they were. What was it? Fueled by hate. It fuels my hatred to not be accepted or something like that.
Right.
I mean, you know, I don't know. I don't know this person's personal feelings.
Nor does anybody.
I mean, it's
but them.
You know, it's an article written for a gay rag. So I mean, obviously, I think most of those articles sometimes try to fuel a backlash in some way. But that's my opinion. My opinion. I am HO. I am HO. In my humble
opinion. You know, but whatever. Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, okay, so permission to speak freely. And I'm sorry, like, and if I offend you, I'm really sorry. But, like, my whole point to that is that, yeah, and that's great. And you can do whatever you want to do. However, I'm glad that it's boring to be me. You know, and I'm sorry that it's not exciting enough for you, but that's what I wanted. You know, I don't want to be out there protesting every day about something. I just want to live my life in the comfort of my home with my friends and my loved ones and have my life while you separately over here have your life.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
That's all I want. And I'm happy with that.
I don't even know who the hell my neighbors are, so. But
live and let live, you know? Like, everybody's got family and close ones and friends and all that, you know? Like, we just have to do our own thing, and as long as everybody's okay with that, then I'm okay with that. And so I'd like to be boring, where people don't really care.
Yes.
Now,
Exactly.
people are always gossipers. That's a whole nother
Oh, there's
thing.
always gossipers.
But, about the important things is what I'm saying.
I mean, there was one line that struck me in that article, though, was being gay means we're different. Well, there you go. You just fueled the fire for the rest of everybody else.
Right.
We're different. I'm different because I'm gay. You're different because you don't have the same color skin as I do. You're different because you
have a vagina and I have a
you
penis.
have a vagina. I have a penis. Well, whatever.
Or both.
Or both. Or just some angry inch.
6 inches
But
forward.
you know what I mean.
5 inches back.
Why? I mean that line right there just discounted the entire article for me because you're saying that's boring. Well, you just how do you think those people feel? How do you think any other race feels about maybe their lives? Like, oh, well, it's accepted to be this color now or that color now, or it's accepted to be, just because I'm Asian doesn't mean I drive bad.
Right.
I mean, although that's still there. I'm.
Gerd. I'm just saying.
Why do I only pick on that?
I don't know.
The other ones, because I mean,
I know plenty of bad drivers that are every color. I think most of them are bad.
Especially those little Hispanic girls texting,
Whatever.
trying to draw
and their expedition
and draw Sharpie on their eyes so that they
Stop
have a nice
that. That
eyebrow.
is terrible.
Texting and then almost running me off the road.
That
And
is
it's flipping
not
me off
true.
because I
Not
honk at
true.
you. So that was my racist portion of the show this
I
evening.
mean, seriously.
But I mean, I can still think why.
The views expressed by Sharon McGiddy's are none other than those of Sharon McGiddy's. Just saying.
Bill does not feel this way.
Not at all.
Yes, he does.
No, I don't.
But just so are we all looking still to be different though? That's what I wonder. That's my point.
I mean, not
are
really.
We all still looking to be different?
Here's okay.
Are we gonna get to the point where only gay men wear leather pants? And
No, I don't
this?
think so.
The stereotype with a bad Asian driver or Hispanic girl with her Sharpie.
I don't agree.
So you don't think that stereotype's not going to come out of this?
No, because here's what I think. Everywhere we go, and we've traveled, and we've gone to cities and gone to bars, and they're closing down. Gay bars are always going to be there, but now you can go to any bar with your friends and be as gay as you want, and it's totally fine. So you don't have to go to a gay bar.
As you want.
You know what I'm saying?
Flamboyant as you
Maybe
want.
not some biker bar, but any club, any dude, we go to the bowling alley.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think you can go anywhere and be yourself, and it's okay. And so, the whole reclusive gay culture, where we had our own things, our gay bars, our gay restaurants.
Why Stonewall happened in '69 to make this whole thing.
But we don't need our own restaurants anymore. Is the whole point? I can go in with you
restaurant.
like this. We could go to Applebee's tonight for dinner, and it would be fine.
But
we could have done that 15, 20 years ago. Even 10.
What chaps my ass is the gayborhoods. So the gays come in and so we made this neighborhood better, and then all of a sudden here comes all these hipster whatevers, and
because they love the gays.
Yuppies. Well, it was yuppies back then. Now it's hipsters.
Now they're hipsters, yeah.
And then so the gays are this neighborhood. I guess that's true. Maybe it is gay is boring because we've gone to this neighborhood, made it pretty. Meh, it's boring. Next,
we need the next new thing. It's like how all gay guys are hunters. It's all about the hunt. Once you get what you want, then you're like, oh, had that.
A daddy or a cub.
Leftovers? Really?
You mean like daddy hunters or cub hunters or what is?
The point is, we're not boring.
Yeah.
But we are boring. There's some of each of us.
There is.
You know what I'm saying? And we're just like every other segment of society. And that's what I think is great about it.
I guess.
I do. I think that's great. Me and my partner raised 2 kids for the last 8 years. No.
But bitches.
6 years.
7,000 years.
Whatever.
But no, I know. I mean, I think it's just kind of. I don't know. It's. We are always looking for the next best thing, and that's exactly
Absolutely.
what this that's the point of this article, really.
Well, I think the point of this article is that I've done it all, and now we're just as accepted as everyone else, and it's not near as
and
fun.
I'm bored. Yeah, I'm bored.
I'm super bored.
I need something else.
And that's okay. But I'm not though, because I am one of those normal people raising kids, and that keeps me busy.
Yeah.
And, so I do disagree with it on those terms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But your kids are almost out of the house.
But they're almost out of the
for you
house.
to party.
Oh, it's gonna be. I'm telling you.
And that's with a big T, in the thing.
No, it's not. Christine.
Hey, Tina.
Denver.craigslist.org.
Right. All right. Well,
I think it's time for a break on that note.
a break. This was it.
Is this it?
We've had breaks.
That was a deep conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I need a cigarette
very-
after that. And I can't smoke
was very,
in here.
very-
It's awful. They're non-smokers.
Why I smoke my
Well.
vaporized.
Some of them.
Yeah. But, well, yeah. Anywho. That was a deep conversation. I didn't
You're
expect
welcome.
that to be
Yeah. But
that
okay,
was.
but the point is, our whole feeling about the article is that they're just bored and looking for something, the next new thing to do, right? Are we in agreement?
I mean, I think that's I think that maybe that's where they're coming from. I mean, I don't know.
I do not even know
wrote an
this
article,
person or
person
claim
wrote an
to.
article or anything. But I mean, maybe that's in our opinion.
When you write
that's
in a
what they're
public
looking for.
paper like that, you open yourself up to people
You
to
do.
discuss what you write.
But I mean, maybe they're looking for the next best thing and what's going to happen next in their life.
Absolutely.
What's going to happen? What's going to happen here?
Now what? I've done everything I wanted to
Yeah.
do. Now what do I do?
Well, shit, if they did, then, and if they're approaching 40 or 50 or 60 or 70, whatever, 30, then hell, take that bucket list and you won.
True story.
You're the winner. But, okay, well, that's it.
I'm glad we're back.
I'm glad we're back.
It's
nice.
been fun. This is our
it's
first full
fun.
episode since we've been back,
Yes.
so
It is. Oh, my God.
we did a little recap.
Oh, my God.
I had my beanie on,
I mean, you still have hair.
and I still have hair.
So do I.
Yours is fabulous.
Mine's fall.
I miss your
It's a little
spring look.
flat.
Remember the bouffant?
Yes.
Is that what you call it?
We'll go
A
back to
bouffant?
spring and I'll dye my hair.
I
blonde
read the
again.
thing on Facebook or some random internet site where somebody had black widows that had hatched in their hair
Oh,
like
dear
that,
Lord.
and then it killed them. Urban legend. Snopes says it's not true.
No thanks. We're good. Thank God, Snopes. Thank God for Snopes. All right.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna. I was gonna tell a whole
Like,
Snopes
ready to
story,
go.
but it's for next time.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good
Thanks,
night.
everybody.
Thank you. Love you. Mwah. Bye.
Not on the lips. You have herpes.
So.